Happy morning, everyone. Welcome to Blue Stars Higher Secondary School English online class. So, today we are going to learn about models, model auxiliaries. So, what are the model auxiliaries in English? Shall, must, could, might, will, ought to, may, would, shall, should, can. So, what are modal verbs? Modal verbs are verbs that are used to express the speaker's opinion about an action or states. So, modal verbs are verbs that are used to express the speaker's opinion about an action or state. They show the form, mode, or way the speaker is thinking about the action or state, not on the fact of the action or state itself. So, this is called modal verbs. Modal verbs are verbs that are used to express the speaker's opinion about an action or state. What are the modal verbs? Shall, should, may, might, must, ought to, will, would, can, could. Modals are those helping verbs which express the mode or manner of the actions indicated by the main verb. So, modals are called as helping verbs which express the mode or manner of the actions indicated by the main verbs. They express modes such as ability, possibility, probability, permission, obligation, etc. So, modals are those helping verbs which express the mode or manner of the actions indicated by the main verbs. They express modes such as ability, possibility, probability, permission, obligation, etc. And when are modal verbs used? Modals are used to express many different attitudes which include ability, obligation, permission, disapproval, advising, logical deduction, possibility, necessity, absence of necessity. What are the main characteristics of modal verbs? A special type of auxiliary verb. It is a special type of auxiliary verb. They alter or complete the meaning of the main verb. They express ideas such as capacity, possibility, obligation, permission, prohibition, probability, supposition, request, and desire. They can also indicate the level of formality in the conversation, and they do not take yes for the third person singular. First, we can see the functions and modal auxiliary verbs. So, first we are going to see can. Can is a modal verb, and what are the functions? Can be used as an ability, request, permission, possibility, prohibition. You can see the example here. I can complete this work. So here it shows the ability of the person that I can complete this work. Then can I use your pen for request? You can use my pen. That is permission. This can be done in a few hours. That is impossibility. You cannot play here. That is prohibition. So what is the past form of can? Could. The same thing for could also ability, polite request, possibility, advice, permission, desire. Example, I could do this if I were not blind. Could you lend me your pen? It could be done if rain did not interrupt. You could consult a specialist. Could I go to the movie, Dad? I wish I could become a scientist. So can be used as a ability, request, permission, possibility, and prohibition. Then what is the function of may? Can be used as permission, possibility, prayer, and wish. For example, may I come in, sir? It may rain today. May God bless you. May you live long. So the past form of may is might. For you can the function is speculation, suggestion, permission, reproach, order. For example, he might have done if he had a chance. You might travel by air than by road. It is a suggestion. Then permission. Might I say a few words? You might tell the truth. That is approaching. Order. You might leave the room now. May and might are modal verbs that are used to show possibility. They act like the word may be. This means the speaker is not sure of the outcome. For example, Tom, will you go to the party tonight? Then what's the reply of Kathy? Maybe. Or will you, Tom is asking, will you go to the party tonight? So what's the answer of Kathy? I might go to the party tonight. That is, may and might are modal verbs that are used to show possibility and they act like the word maybe. May and might are used in conditional sentences, especially the second conditional. For example, if I won the lottery, I might travel. However, I don't know for sure. I might also buy a house. So, if I won the lottery, I might travel. However, I don't know for sure. I might also buy a house. The difference between may and might is that may is more formal. So, may and might are used in conditional sentences, especially the second conditional. The modal may is used to express permission or possibility. In example, permission, yes, you may borrow my sweater. So, what's the example of possibility? My clothes closet may be too full. The modal might is used to express possibility. Example is, I might give some of my clothing to charity. So next one is shall or should. Shall. What's the function of shall? It can be used in future, compulsion, determination, order, assurance, command, desire, and permission. What's the example here? I shall visit your place tomorrow. So it represents the future. Then you should do it now. So they are compelling you should do it now. The army shall fight to the last. You shall not make a noise here. That is order. The cadets shall fall in at 6 p.m. Shall I pick up? Shall I pick you upon the way? Shall I pick you upon the way? Desire. Shall we visit the zoo? So the past form is shall is should. So it can the function is advice, possibility, request, permission, and duty. The example is we should listen to our elders. He should be in the house now. Should you like to come with me? Should I wake you up at should I wake you up at dawn? Students should prepare their lessons. Then, should is one of the most important modal verbs in English. Can be used as recommendations. For example, you should see the new Spider-Man movie. You should try this ice cream. Then advice, you should eat let you should eat less sugar. You should not smoke. In obligation, I should get back to work. We shouldn't be here. Then, in advice, should I study chapter 1 or chapter 2? How should I invest my money? Then, expectation, should the dog be allowed in the house? So, should is considered as the one of the most important modal verbs in English and it can be used as recommendations, advice, obligation, advice, and expectations. Then, will. Will can be used in future, habit, request, order, promise, warning, determination, and possibility. The example is they will leave tomorrow. She will sit up the whole night. Will you please show me the way? Will you keep quiet? I will teach you the guitar. I will teach you a lesson. I will not surrender. You will miss the train. The past form of will is would. The function is desire, determination, invitation, habit, request, and wish. What is the example? I would like to have a cup of tea. Nobody would agree with you. Would you like a cup of tea? My father would bath in pond. Would you help me with this work? I wish they would stop teasing me. So these are the examples for would. Then would, polite form of want. Want is often too direct and can sometimes be rude. So would is more indirect and also more polite. Instead of do you want, say would you like. Examples: do you want a drink? Would you like a drink? Do you want to go? Would you like to go? So want is often too direct and can sometimes can be rude. While would is more indirect and also more polite. So here you can see the difference. Do you want a drink? So it shows a rudeness, and would you like a drink? It shows a politeness. Do you want to go? Would you like to go? Then would can be used in invitations. Would you like is used for polite invitations. For example, would you like to go to a party tonight? Would you like to watch a movie with me? Then offers. Would you like is used for polite offers. That is, would you like a drink of water? Would you like another piece of cake? So would is used for invitations as well as offers. Would you like is used to make offers. Would you like something to drink? Would you like another coffee? I would like is used to make polite request. So here I would like is used to make polite request. For example, I would like another glass of water, please. Then hypothetical situations. Would is used to show situations or actions that are not real. So it shows the situations or actions that are not real. This includes using would in the second conditional and the third conditional. So in the conditional class, we can see would in second conditional and in the third conditional. For example, I would buy a car if I had more money. Then I would have bought a car if I had more money. So we can use the would in second conditional and third conditional. In these situations, would is normally the decision you make. If I found a wallet, I could return it or keep it. I should return it. However, I would keep the money and return the wallet. So, would is used to show situations or actions that are not real, and it can be used in second and third conditional sentence. Next one is must and ought to. Must. What's the function of must? Certainty, inquire, promise, determination, definite, obligation, and prohibition. Example is you must come before sunset. It is a certainty. Then must you go now? I must be loyal to my country. I must pay up my debt. Every man must die. Push must finish his task. You must not smoke. Then ought to can used as a duty as well as in possibility. Example is you ought to help the poor. He ought to have reached the airport by now. So here the modal must is used most often to express a requirement. Sometimes must is used to express an explanation. So what's the example for requirement? We must conserve energy in our homes. And explanation, my brother must have left the lights on. So here the model must is used most often to express a requirement. Sometimes must is used to express an explanation. For a requirement, the example is we must conserve energy in our homes. Then in explanation, my brother must have left the lights on. So next one is dare, need. These are all called semi-modal verbs. What are the semi-modal verbs? Dare, need, used to, then dare, used to, need, ought to, that and all. Don't dare. The functions is it can be used in principal verb and in auxiliary verb. The example is I dare you. While in auxiliary verb, he dare not to tell me lies. So need can be used in principal verb as well as in auxiliary verb. I need your help. He need not go there. Then used to can be used in auxiliary verb. The penguins are used to cold climate. So here you can see the example. John can speak English. Here, the speaker is not saying that Spanish is John's language. So you can listen carefully. John can speak English. So it shows the ability of John. He can speak English. That the speaker is not saying that Spanish is John's language. The speaker's opinion is that John has the ability to speak Spanish. So here it shows the ability of John, that he has the ability to speak Spanish, and is not at all describing about that Spanish is John's language. Next, John must be in class on time. The speaker is not saying that John is in class on time. So here the speaker is not all saying that John is in class on time. It shows the speaker's attitude is that John has the obligation to be in class on time. So here it shows the attitude of the speaker that John has the obligation to be in class on time, and he's not all saying that John is in class on time. So you have to see the difference. Next one, John may be sick. The speaker is not saying that John is sick. Here, the speaker is not all saying that John is sick. He is giving his opinion that it is a possibility that John is sick. Here, maybe is used as a possibility. That is, John has a possibility that he is sick. Then, when using models, the speaker is giving information about another verb. So, there are at least two verbs in the verbal phrase. So, when using models, the speaker is giving information about another verb. So, there are at least two verbs in the verbal phrase. For example, John may be sick. So, it is the verbal phrase. Then, John can speak Spanish. John must be in class on time. Since models are giving information about another verb, they are auxiliary verbs. So models are giving information about another verb, so they are called as a auxiliary verbs. They need to accompany or refer to the verb, that is the action or state being looked at, the main verb in the combination. So since models are giving information about another verb, they are auxiliary verbs. They need to accompany or refer to the verb, that is the action or state being looked at, the main verb in the combination. When making questions with modal auxiliaries, they are placed in front of the subject. So when making questions with modal auxiliaries, they are placed in front of the subject. For example, where can I get some coffee? What may we bring to the party? Should you be wearing such high heels to work? Could the waitress bring me the check, please? So, listen, when making questions with modal auxiliaries, they are placed in front of the subject. By seeing this example, you can able to understand. In the negative, the adverb not is added after the modal auxiliary or contracted with it. So, in the negative, the adverb not is added after the modal auxiliary or contracted with it. For example, she should not stay out so late. So here, she shouldn't stay out so late. They cannot be here until after work. You must not disturb the patients. When making a negative question, the position of the not is after the subject unless it is contracted. So, when making a negative question, the position of the not is after the subject unless it is contracted. For example, can you not stay a bit longer? Should he not be here by now? So, now we can see the sentences. Choose the correct modal verb for these statements of ability. 8 years ago, I dash play the piano. So there will be a choice can, could, will be able to. So what's the answer for this could? That is 8 years ago, I could play the piano. Next one, in 3 years, I dash drive. What's the answer for this? Will be able to. In 3 years, I will be able to drive. Then dash you hear the music right now. What's the answer? Can. Can you hear the music right now? Then I dash swim. I can't swim. Dash go to the party tomorrow. Will you be able to go to the party tomorrow? She dash finished the homework last night. She couldn't finish the homework last night. The singer dash dance very well. The singer can dance very well. Next one, the teacher dash see the books right now. The teacher can't see the books right now. I dash vote in the election next year. I will be able to vote in the election next year. I dash hear you. Could you please speak louder? I can't hear you. Could you please speak louder? So, students, already I have said everything we have to write in your grammar note or fair note and just practice with your notes or your, if you have any question paper, just you practice with the question paper and uh, read all the model verbs and their functions, then only you will be able to understand and you can appear in the exam. Thank you, students. Have a good day.